My name is Bret Contreras. In the United States, I'm very popular as the Glute Guy. And I'm really well known for popularizing the hip thrust. And I even have a machine, but it's just an apparatus. Now, Hakon has created his own BootyBuilder, and I really love it. And it's actually an idea that I've had in my head for a long time, but he's thought of everything. So I'm gonna show it off to you right now. The first thing that's really cool is you can just pick it up and move it around if you wanted. It's on wheels. It's on wheels over here, so I could just roll it. So one man can move this machine around. It's also adjustable from down here if I want, but you can also adjust it from a seated position if you want. You can pull it to whatever length you want. You just put the seatbelt on. Now, here's a cool aspect, because sometimes you might want to just use no load, just body weight. Sometimes you might want to use the stack, and sometimes you might want to use bands or a combination of bands and weights. Now, right here, you've got a place to put bands. So this adds tension to the top. At the bottom, it's not heavily loaded, but as it stretches, it gets heavier and heavier. So I have band and weight from the weight stack here. So I'm gonna get comfortable. I can just put the seatbelt on, and then from here, put my elbows up, come up, get my feet in, then from here, just start thrusting. Got a nice stable position here, and I am gonna sink down. So this is an advantage with this machine. If you do this off of a bench, you can't sink down low. You're limited. So this gives me great hip flexion range of motion. Thrust all the way to the top. This stays in position. So notice, I'm using a combination of free weights and bands. I can also do a single leg hip thrust. And with this way, I can use the bands or just the cable or just use body weight with no load alone. If I wanted to, I could take this off and just do a single leg like that. One advantage to going deeper, you get a bigger stretch in the hamstrings as you go deeper. So you're working the entire posterior chain, not just the glutes, but also the hamstrings. If I want to use load with that, strap in, and now I don't necessarily have to center my foot because this is a closed system. I stay put. So from here, so this allows for a lot of different options. Again, beginners might just want to use body weight like this. You might start a beginner off, with 2 sets of 20 body weight hip thrusts. As they get better, you work your way up the stack. Then you can start incorporating bands. And even a guy like me, I can barbell hip thrust 725 pounds. But this weight stack goes up to 150 kgs. So I'm American, so that's about 330 pounds. But if I use the whole weight stack and the bands, it's really challenging for me just to get 3 to 5 reps. So I'll show that right now. I'll max out the stack. You can see right now, this is 150 kgs plus the bands. And so this is, I'm doing this so you can see that the machine accommodates the strongest person that you're gonna ever train. Because I'm one of the strongest people at the barbell hip thrust at 725 pounds. And this, you'll see how challenging this is. So I come up, get into position, sink down. So again, that was 3 reps, and it was tough. So it's a great machine for the beginner, all the way up to the most advanced athlete. Hakon has done a wonderful job here thinking of everything. So having this seat here, having all the different adjustments. The seat belt and the padding is very comfortable, and just an all-around amazing machine.